Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well today. I'm Taffany and I want to welcome you into my garden. This is Tika's Gardens. Tika is my sweet, precious, beautiful kitty cat. She is taking a nap right now and I am out to do a little work in that front corner, the corner of that front bed here along the driveway. I have some things that I'm going to put out today, so I am going to head up that way and I will show you what I have and we will get them planted. All right, guys, well, I am done planting. I have planted Mexican heather in pink and Cora white Vinca, and those are the two outer layers. There's still more planting I need to do on this corner, so let me show you what it looks like and kind of talk to you about what I am thinking in my head here. All right, so as you can see, I have two layers of plants. I have the outer layer as the Mexican heather. Mexican heather grows from zones 9 through 11, and in zones 10 and 11 it is an evergreen, and it grows like a shrub. It grows 1 to 2 feet tall and wide. And I'm in zone 9B here in Spring, Texas. And so my hope is that maybe I can get an evergreen out of it. At the most, what I did read is that if we get a frost that it can't take, it will die back and come back up as a perennial. I don't think it's a perennial in zones lower than 9. So I'm hoping I can get an evergreen out of this. We'll see. My initial plan was to put in long term, that may still be my plan, but it was to put in boxwoods, low growing boxwoods from the Better Boxwood series, the Renaissance, which grows 1 to 2 feet tall and wide, just like this Mexican heather. They didn't have any in store, and those are a little bit more than what I could afford right now. Mexican heather was a lot more affordable, so that's what I went with. And if I can pull off an evergreen with that here in 9B, that would be great. Plus it will have some blooms. So the goal is to have an evergreen hedge along this outer section with plants growing a little bit taller behind them. And I went with white since there is white along the side driveway there. You know, to kind of blend in with the limelight hydrangeas and the white sun patience there. And oh, while I'm at it, let me show you guys, since the last time we toured this side, this has shot up a little bit taller, and it has buds all over the place. This is the most, as far as blooms, it has had since I've had it. So this is exciting, and the colors kind of complement this beautiful, beautiful hibiscus right here. I just love this hibiscus. Look at the rich, vibrant color. I love that. But the goal here for this corner is to have a low-growing evergreen shrub on the outer and plant whatever annual along the inner. This particular time I did the white Vinca. It could be Angelonia. I thought about Angelonia, but they didn't have any in white. They just had pink, so I didn't want to go pink, especially the shade of pink they had. So this is what it looks like, guys. It is so beautiful. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's back up a little bit so you can get a view from this angle. That is so pretty, and a nice pop of color on this corner as well. And you'll notice there's empty space here around this Italian cypress, which has grown quite a bit since we planted it back during the winter. But what I'm thinking of doing is getting a secondary evergreen, possibly something that grows around 3 feet, that will kind of surround this Italian cypress. So like where this here, that daylily is, that lily, one could go there, one could go in this empty spot here, and then one could go here. So there would be 3 evergreens in front of the Italian cypress, like I said, growing about 3 feet tall, with some kind of annual flower for color along the front of them, like these Vincas, and then the low growing evergreens in the very front that would be 1 to 2 feet tall. So it would be 3 layers, in other words, low, medium, and then higher, and then the ultimate of heights with the Italian cypress, since it gets 20 to 30 feet tall. So that is my plan. But guys, this looks so good. Let's get a look from this angle. I love it. Yes, yes, yes. This is so beautiful. I'm gonna water that. But otherwise, that is what it looks like, and that is my plan. And also guys, if you are wondering about my garden buddy Tika, she woke up and she's watching from the front window. Hey girl. She is like, Mama cannot go outside and leave me in. Absolutely not. So let's head back to the backyard and enjoy this view as we go. My husband is really, really loving these hydrangeas. So we've got more planting to do. Again, I pulled up that dead gardenia. Like I said, I'm gonna try another gardenia, probably a different kind, but I want something that smells good in front of my kitchen window for when it's open. So that is a must for me. So we're gonna put a gardenia there. I'm thinking of a tall evergreen here, like a juniper, to add that that kind of, you know, piney evergreen coniferous look there. And then another evergreen here, like another juniper. They have the juniper something sky something junipers that are more narrow. They grow maybe about 8 to 10 feet tall, but they are about 2 feet to 3 feet wide. So I think one there, gardenia here. This is giving me what I've been wanting, so it just might stay, that encore azalea. And then the other juniper here for evergreen interest. So it is coming along, it is coming along. And keep in mind, this bed along this side here is just, it was done in, was it December, maybe? So here we are in the backyard. Yeah, that bed was done in December. Well guys, I had to let Tika come out a little bit and enjoy. This is the middle of the day right now, so she's usually taking her nap since it's so hot. Oh my goodness, come rub me. Oh my, are we happy? Yeah. All right guys, yeah, it is very hot. It's middle of the day. It's about 2 something in the afternoon. It's in the 90s. I don't usually get out at this time, but I had an early morning of things to do, and I have some things to do tomorrow morning. So I wanted to go ahead and get those out and get them planted. Plus, whenever you get new plants, you can't help but want to get out and get them planted. I'm still holding on to the tags for the 2 that I planted up front. That's the tag for the Mexican heather, and hang on, this is the tag for the Vinca. All right, and Tika is still rolling around. She's very happy. But guys, what I was saying about the bed along the side there that I call the long driveway bed, it was grass, and it was odd. The front foundation bed ended where the hibiscus started, and then we had grass up into at the end of the kitchen window, and then where that last limelight hydrangea starts, it was another bed. So it was like this patch of grass in a weird place, and I just thought it would make more sense to be a bed that you know, that went along the driveway. So it was November or December, I believe, when I got a pile of wood chip mulch from a chip drop, and I just laid down some cardboard and put that on it. I planted the the limelight hydrangeas first. I knew where I wanted those to go, so those were planted. The two of the lantanas were planted. The third one was already there. So the limelight hydrangeas, the lantanas were planted. Then I put down cardboard and topped it with the wood chip mulch and left it like that through the cold weather months, and started planting in it in March. So it is a very new bed. So, you know, we're still figuring out what to do with it, but I think it looks so good. I think it looks really good. And I'm excited whenever I get to plant new plants. I love that front corner bed. That white is really going to add a nice pop of color and brighten that spot up. That corner is an odd corner because the majority of the front is shade. The main middle part is shade, and the two outer corners of both long border beds are sun. The one along our driveway is more sun. The one that goes close to our neighbor's driveway on this other side is a little less sun, but still a good amount of sun. A little bit, maybe too much for the coleus that's over there. But yeah, the front is odd. So it's trying to find something that can take, you know, part shade and sun for those corners, and then whatever can do full shade, you know, part to full shade in the center part of those beds. And so the majority up there are shrubs, which are doing well. So thank goodness for that. It's the flowers that are the struggle, trying to find something. Vincas tend to do good here because they take the humidity. It's not just that it's hot here, very, very hot, but it's extremely humid. So places like in California where it's hot, but it is dry, more desert-like, it's very different growing conditions than here. You're gonna have, you know, different bacteria and fungi and mold and things in your soil because you have a more moist environment. And that heat and that moisture is quite a bit for plants. And this time of the summer, things just don't tend to look very good here. That's just what I'm learning it is. Some people have midsummer gorgeous beds. I have come to accept that my beds are going to be gorgeous in the fall, into the winter, and then in what we do have of spring. We don't have much of a spring here. It gets a few weeks of spring-like weather, maybe a month of spring-like weather, and then we're into the 80s already. Summer weather, hot and humid. So from April on, it's pretty hot. But anyway, I think that the Vinca can tolerate that, so it's going to be a good choice for that corner. So guys, anyway, I have done enough talking. I love it up there. I love my whole garden. Thank you for following along with me today and planting new plants with me and getting that front corner bed looking good since it's been bare for the last couple of months. So we're done with that. We're getting out of this heat. We're gonna enjoy our day. You guys enjoy your day too. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.